The court is calling
Judge,
2024
he is in
CR
compliance. He's been paying his
2831
$800 a month.
State versus
Okay.
Brandon
He
Edward
gets
Diaz.
paid
Can I have
tomorrow.
parties
We'll pay his
announced?
next
Rick Pena for the
$800
state of
a month.
Texas.
Martin Garrett, attorney
I
for
think the last time we were
Brandon.
here,
And are
we
you
had
Mr.
asked to
Diaz?
reduce it to
Are you the same
500.
Brandon
He's
Edward
been
Diaz
paying
who was placed on deferred adjudication in
All right,
2024
Ms.
CR
Abrams. All right, I'm
2831
being told
for the
that he
offense of
is
endangering a
been paying
child
his
criminal
800 a month.
negligence
This
on
is
August 14,
Mr.
2024 for a
Hernandez.
period of 3 years.
It is 2009
Right, state.
CR
Yes, Your Honor, violation condition
8157A.
number 1. On or about the 4th day of May 2025 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant
All
Brandon
right, and so
Edward
you're due
Diaz
for June.
committed the offense of
All
reckless
right,
driving in
let's
violation
recall
condition
this
number 1.
then for November
How do you plead to
to
that?
make
True
sure
or
that
not
he's
true?
still on track.
All right, did you
Ms.
understand by
Ferguson,
pleading
what
true to
date in
violation of
November?
condition number 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion,
November
find you guilty,
17th?
and sentence you up
He wanted
to
to pay
2 years in the
500.
state jail facility and up to $10,000
Well, he had
fine?
agreed that he would pay
Knowing
the
that, do you still
500,
wish
but
to
if he
plead
can
true
pay
to
800,
violation of
great.
condition
The
number
sooner you
1?
pay it off, the sooner
Court
you
will
will be
find
done.
violation of
Thank you,
condition number
Judge.
1 true. Is there
Let me see.
proposed agreement?
Just one
There is,
second
Your
on
Honor.
that
That
date.
is to
All right,
deny the
that's a good date.
motion,
All right,
alter
and you
amend his
say
conditions
November
on this
when, November
probation to
17th?
add defensive driving
All right,
program
once you sign the reset
and
form, you're
MRT.
excused. All right, he's already
Thank you,
been
and
given
thank you for
defensive
dressing
driving.
appropriately for court. You always do, though. I appreciate that.
Did an aggressive driving course. He did that prior to even being placed on probation.
Okay, well, obviously it's not working. You want to raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that testimony you give will be the truth or nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Brandon Edward Diaz.
All right, so first things first, let's just get it out of the way. Do you want to go to the state jail facility for 2 years?
No, no,
Then why do you keep doing silly things?
there's no excuse. I made a poor choice and I promise I'll never make a poor choice.
Why are you making a poor choice?
I wasn't thinking, and I don't know if it has to do with poor decisions that I'm making, but I really can't make an excuse for this.
And how old are you?
I am 26, Your Honor.
And obviously you have a child.
Yes, Your Honor.
Was the child in the vehicle at the time?
No,
And how old is your child?
child is 5. He's gonna be 6 in March of next year.
All right, if you go to the state jail facility for 2 years, your child will be 8 when you're released. Is that what you want?
No, Your Honor.
So how did you get to court today?
Actually, my girlfriend dropped me off.
All right, then your girlfriend is going to be doing a lot of dropping off because as punishment for this, you're not going to be allowed to drive.
Yes,
And I'm going to deny the motion, alter amend conditions to include the MRT. And there's to be no driving for 4 months
yes, Your Honor.
and the defensive driving course. Is there anything else?
Over there.
Anything else, state?
Nothing from the state.
All right, you better start making better decisions. Otherwise, your child potentially could be 8 by the time they see you again. All right. On this case, Ms. Abrams, it's a true to number 1. Deny alternate amend conditions to include MRT, no driving for 4 months, and the defensive driving course. All right, thank you. Court is calling 2025 CR 002830, State versus Adrian Morales. Can I have parties announced?
Andrew Harris Edelman for the state.
Surgery bar for Mr. Mireles, Your Honor.
Are you Mr. Morales?
Yes, ma'am.
You're charged with driving while intoxicated third or more as a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 8 years in the prison. The state is recommending community supervision. This is run concurrent with 2024 PF 23850. They're taking in consideration 2025 CR 007156. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offense as charged, how do you plead?
No contest.
All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, ma'am, I believe so. I know that sometimes the court will ask for a TAP evaluation. So the question is, if he's still made to take a TAP evaluation, are we agreeing to all recommendations or could we address that with the court?
What I'll put in I'm gonna have him remain in custody for the TAP evaluation.
Okay.
And if there's some recommendations that he has issues with, you can always come and address it with. the
Very well,
court.
that's the only question.
If the in custody type evaluation takes 10 days or longer, will the court consider applying that towards the 10-day jail sanction?
No.
And he's had some time in jail, Judge, on this. I don't know if it's been applied to this particular case, but that's, we haven't addressed that
Okay.
issue with the court. Thank you.
All right. Do you have any children?
Yes, ma'am. I
What
have
are their
one
ages?
Son, he is 7 years old.
And were you employed before you were taken into custody?
Yes, I am employed.
All right. What do you do?
I'm a professional licensed barber.
Okay. All right. What the court is going to do, as previously stated, the court is going to find you guilty. The court will sentence you to 8 years in the prison, suspended and probated. Do y'all want to address the length of probation?
Well, I hadn't discussed anything regarding that, Judge. I mean, any consideration from the court would be appreciated, but that's.
All right. So let me see the dates of the previous DWIs.
If I remember correctly, 2018 and 2021.
Close, 2021 and 2016. Let me see. All right. What I'll do is I'll probate it for 7 years.
Thank you.
There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, proof of employment within 30 days of release, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. The following will be done in custody: a TAP evaluation. And counsel, I'm going to say follow TAP recommendations, but I put a star by it, so I'll know.
Understood, Judge. Thank you.
Follow TAP Recs. We can do a referral to felony drug court. There's to be a 2-year license suspension. All right, the ignition interlock for the full term for 7 years. Does anybody want to address that?
That is something that, just as a general thing, sometimes we'll approach if he's demonstrated or anyone's demonstrated that they've done quite well on that with no violations. After, usually it's like a 2-year or 3-year period just to see if it's something the court would consider. However, I don't want to go astray of any agreements I have with the state. So as I've said before, any consideration would be appreciated.
All right, I'm going to order ignition interlock so for no less than half the term. So it could end up being the full term. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Field visits 1 time per month for 6 months, 200 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once that's completed, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. VIP Live, DWI education course, take in consideration 2025 CR 007156. This is run concurrent with 2024 PF 23850. And there should be 10 days in the Bexar County Jail as a condition of probation. Probation, is there anything else?
No, Judge.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. I haven't done any type of statistical analysis, and my statistics professor will be upset. But what I can tell you, what I've noticed in my time on the planet, usually when people drink and drive and they're intoxicated, one, I don't think you've ever had a client who is charged with manslaughter or anything of assault. I don't think they ever go out and say, you know what, I want to drink till I get intoxicated and I want to hit somebody, I want to kill somebody. But that usually ends up happening. I don't think you even find somebody who said, yeah, I went out to drink till I got intoxicated. That is never the case. What ends up happening, people drink, they don't realize they're impaired and they still insist on driving and they drive. And sometimes when they drive, they end up in accidents. And you know what? Everybody can die. The one person who lives is the intoxicated driver. I personally think it's because that you're just so loose with everything, But when you drive intoxicated, you have a child, guess what? It could have been your child. Somebody's taking your child home from a soccer game. An intoxicated driver is hitting your child. And that could have ended up being you. It appears that you're one of the people who cannot drink and just do one wine at dinner and call it a day. You continue to drink until intoxication, and then you drive. So you're probably going to be one of those people who can never take a drink. And what I can tell you is for DWIs and for any case that you're on probation for, you're not allowed to drink alcohol. Those are the rules. That's what the legislature decided. So it's not just if you're on DWI, whatever you're on probation for, you're not allowed to drink alcohol.
Understood.
So if you drink alcohol, what's going to end up happening is I'm going to get a motion and it's going to be a revocation motion. And you're looking at potentially 8 years in the prison. And in 8 years' time, your son will be hitting their teenage years. And that's when they really need dad. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Ma'am,
All right. Good luck to you.
thank you.
Thank
You're
you for your
welcome.
time, Your Honor.
Thank you for your time.
Court is calling 2024 CR 011984 State versus Daniel Montoya. Could I have parties announced?
Ashley Jones for the state.
Arlene Gay for the defendant.
And are you Mr. Montoya?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you're charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 2 years in the prison. There's a $500 fine. There's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon, and there's an affirmative finding of family violence, and there's no application for deferred adjudication. Did you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, then to the offense as charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Your Honor, if the state may just make a comment
Sure.
on the previous plea that we did, the state waived count 2. I forgot to go through that again.
All right, okay, thank you.
Yes, Judge.
Any objections to
No,
count 2?
No objection.
All right, after reviewing States Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
We're just asking the court to follow the plea bargain and also that time and money run concurrent.
All right, so with regards to the parties involved, they appear to be all related.
Yes, a brother and a sister.
So there may be a need for no contact. What's going on with that?
That was the problem with this case initially on bond, is that he lived with his grandmother a bit. His
Mhm.
brother and sister lived, I think they were allowing 1,000 feet.
Mhm.
And they live within that 1,000 feet. But I believe from just discussions that everybody's kind of made up, Your Honor, he will go back and live with his grandmother. My client is mentally ill. And so that's who kind of takes care of him, and they take care of each other.
All right.
And the sister who was involved in the brother, they've spoken to the district attorney's office. So
All right. And state with regards to the no contact, are you requesting no contacts or no?
The state is requesting a no contact, Your Honor. Understanding defense counsel's position, but this was a case where a deadly weapon was involved. So I will proffer to the court that at least you'll give me one moment. The complainant with the first name of John has informed us that he wants a no harmful or injurious contact order. I don't have what the complainant Ramona would want, but she did recant.
she's been very vocal, to say the least, and in favor of trying to assist her brother as opposed to assisting the state.
That is correct, Your Honor.
And they don't have parents, so grandma is the person in their life. And I think no harmful or injurious would be appropriate. Because without him being able to go live at grandma's house, he doesn't have a place. And this case kind of proved it when we were trying to get him out on bond, and he had no place to go. And they put him in Lifetime, and he did do the program at Lifetime Recovery. We assisted him with his mental health and also assisted him with alcohol addiction. So he did complete the Lifetime Recovery Program during the pendency of this case.
Okay. All right. This is what the court is going to do. The court is going to find you guilty. There's an affirmative finding of family violence, an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. There's a $500 fine, time and money run concurrent. There's to be no harmful or injurious contact with Ramona Montoya and John Montoya, and the court will recommend the therapeutic community. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. When you were, yes. Oh, thank you so much. 2 years prison. You would go off and they would say, there's no term. So you're sentenced to 2 years in prison. All right, so we can go off the record. Mr. Montoya, when you're released, it's probably best for you to go to the Center for Healthcare Services, make sure you have your medications, whatever you need. And if there's an issue, if you don't have a place to stay, when you're released, if I am still here, I will make sure that I find a place for you. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am, I stay at Heaven for Hope.
Okay. All right, good luck to you, okay?
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Who's here on Adrian Holmes? Yes. Do you know where we are in his evaluation?
I think we're the same place we were last time.
All right.
I have not heard from talking to Mr. Holmes this morning. I don't believe it's possible, but I don't believe the doctors have been to see.
All right, just have a seat. Let me have Norma call them and find out. So we'll find out where we are, okay? All right, Norma, if you can call on Adrian Holmes, please. You want to say something, sir?
Yes, I was trying to say, I am here and I've been cased with a charge of robbery and already a 250 days meetings.
Okay.
And seeing that I had said before, because I wanted to know my time served, I thought I was going to say.
Oh, okay, so
But
let me,
the judge, the agreed with the doctor thing on whatever the doctor's label as a doctor. I don't need one, but I do need one.
mhm,
And I was able to go and have things deserved by the doctor's office when I got here.
mhm,
Before I got charged for a people.
mhm.
And it is a valuation case there. I'm sure of that because I really been doing this wrong.
Okay.
And I was hoping to know what was my time served by.
All right, so here's the thing. Once there is a concern on
Yes.
whether somebody is competent or not,
Which is,
we have to stop everything. And a doctor, because I'm not a medical doctor, they have to let us know that everything is okay to proceed. So what they're telling me is the week of July 7th, they'll let us know if it's okay to proceed. And if it's okay,
My court would be like a court case, you know.
yeah.
We
But
have
we're-
that, like, I'm like,
Well, I will tell you, we're working as quickly as we can.
yes, that's
Yeah.
not bad.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. So I just want to make sure, and your attorney wants to make sure that we know everything that is to know so that he can represent you well, okay?
Yes, I sound like I could represent myself. I know I for myself for talking.
Well, you know what? I will tell you, it's always good to just get a second set of eyes. So consider your attorney the second set of eyes.
I have an attorney. Can I have some help? And another paper about my case that I have. It should be this.
How about I talk to you over the weekend?
I don't have any contact, phone contact. I don't have the contact through my kiosk. I don't have these things, the other two things, contact with my kiosk monitor.
I know what you're talking about.
Your passcode?
Yeah, things like that. And it doesn't want to work the screen, so I'm use the screen, you know what I mean?
I do.
And my officers, all my center officers that works there, center officers. You know, we got to sit in. Yes.
Welcome to your first.
We don't really need that type of help, but hygiene is bad. I am confident in
Anything else, just officers are hopeful.
All right, and Mr. Holmes, if there's an issue with any of that, just let your attorney know and we'll see what we can do to help you, okay?
Yes, yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
All
All right. All right, well, have a good,
I was asking for something.
we're asking for what?
Or something, so you can contact, if I can't get in contact, if I'm in my jail cell things.
You want some paper?
Yeah,
All right, so here's the thing, I'm not allowed to just give you paper.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, but if you want paper with some information written down on it, we can give you that. Norma? Yes, ma'am. Can you give him his reset form for this court, Mr. Holmes? So that he can have some paper? And it'll be for July 18th, 15th, sorry. You're welcome. Richard Marmia, is the attorney for Marmia here? All right, we'll call you back. Oh, this has been taken care of. Oh, Richard Marmia, no problem. Hello, how's it going?
It's going good. I didn't know I had court today.
Oh, that's okay.
Judge, this is, Mr. Mamiya is the one that was in custody. We're trying to get him next door.
Yes,
They released him. Nobody told me they released him. And when he was released, nobody said, we're still trying to work. It was just something that I just happened to talk to him and said, hey,
okay,
talk to Norma. She says she has not heard back. Yeah,
okay. All right, so
but why they released him, I don't.
okay, so you want to try to see if is there anybody next door? I'm gonna try what?
I could go back and just talk to them.
All right, so just have a seat. We're gonna see what's up next door, okay? Okay, thank you. Mr. Marmia.
I have an update for the court.
All right, and thank you so much for your patience.
No
Okay.
issues. I don't thank you.
All right,
Okay, I physically went down and I talked to Charlotte Reyes.
yes,
We've been doing that. Now that he's out, she has set him up with an appointment. This
okay,
appointment is set for July the 8th. I'm gonna give him the card at 10 a.m. What he's gonna do, she already has most of the paperwork done, but he's gonna be interviewed at that point in time. That packet is then gonna be sent to the district attorney's office for approval. I told her the DA's already on board with this, so please don't let one hand not do what they had. Dr. Rick, he said, fine, he's gonna look into that. She said it usually takes about 30 days. I said, well, if the DAs are on board, it shouldn't take that long. She goes, no. Yeah, so that's, anyway, the ball is being moved.
okay. So part of this working out is gonna depend on you and your follow through,
Yes, ma'am.
all right? So every appointment that they give you, you have to make sure that you make it.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so when do you think this should be called back?
She said it took 30 to 45 days, but because the DA's office is already on board, I don't think it should take maybe, I would say 30 days to be on the safe side.
All right, Ms. Ferguson or Marmia, could you give me a 30-day reset, please?
And from here, I'm gonna physically take him down to where he needs to show up.
Okay. And make sure you stay on all your medications, okay? All right, July 24th.
I have one question. Oh, I'm on probation already, and when I go to that mental health court, are they gonna change the probation officers?
If you end up in mental health court, you won't be under this court supervision technically. And they will have a specific officer that works with persons who have mental health issues.
Oh, they're gonna take the officer you assigned me to a different office?
I'll explain everything.
Yes, he'll explain it to you, okay?
Thank you. Have a nice day.
All right, you too. All right, Mr. Granado, if you'll come forward and counsel, you're on this side.
Mr. Granados.
Essex?
This is Judge Boyd, Mr. Granados.
For dressing appropriate for court.
And he drove all the way from Odessa.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes. This is the second time, thanks to Judge Adrian.
No. How far is Odessa from here?
4.5, 5 hours.
Oh, okay. That's not bad. You know, I keep telling them, if people had a light rail, you could just jump on it, probably be here in probably an hour, maybe
Do
less.
you think there'll be a light rail in our lifetime from Odessa to here?
No, I think
We
they're
can't
gonna,
even get into Austin.
I think they're gonna continue to build freeways until we're stacked 30
Yeah.
people high, a la the Jetsons.
Long after.
Yeah.
Judge, what I'm requesting is a reset for at least 30 days. Mr. Garahan is working up the case. It is one of these airport deal. He did a weapon by mistake in his backpack, but anyways, they need more time to discover some facts. Mr. Garahan's on vacation. I left him a voicemail. I left him my card, so hopefully Mr. Garahan can call me back, and if they're gonna dismiss it or do a PTD.
PTD.
Yeah, that.
Okay. All
Then
right.
he doesn't have to come out here again.
All right.
maybe.
So, Mr. Granado, not Granados.
There's no S.
There's
There's only one of you?
There's an, yeah, there's
There's
something.
only one of them.
There's something. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. I'm going to give you your 30-day reset. You can appear by Zoom. Are you able to Zoom?
Perfect, that's perfect.
All right, but if this is going to trial, then you will need to be present. Do you understand?
Yes.
And when I have people appear by Zoom, you're still appearing for court, so you still need to be dressed appropriately and be ready to go. Now, if you're in the waiting room, you're just gonna have to wait in the waiting room, because that means we're waiting for your attorney to come. You understand?
On Zoom.
Yes. All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a 30-day reset.
I appear by Zoom.
No, we'd love to see you. We would miss you.
Yeah, sure you will.
I've only met Mr. Granado once, so I've met you many times. All right, July 24th. Yes, it's gonna be,
Hopefully the case will be dismissed by then.
it's gonna be July 24th. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Judge.
You're welcome.
My heart beats strong through the trials of time. This land is mine, where the mountains climb. The rivers run deep, the skies stretch wide. I hold my head high with American pride. I bleed red, white, and blue. It's the truth I hold. Through the fire and rain, through the young and the old. Every star on that flag tells a story so true. I bleed red, white, and blue for the red, white, and blue. The soil's been tilled by hands tough and worn, through fields of hope where dreams are born. With every dawn that breaks over this land, I feel the strength of this country in my hand. I bleed red, white, and blue. It's the truth I hold. Through the fire and rain, through the young and the old. Every star on that flag tells a story so true. I bleed red, white, and blue for the red, white, and blue. Through the battles we fought, through the peace we've won, through the tears and the cheers, under the same sun. This land is my heart, it beats steady and true. With every breath, I bleed red, white, and blue. I bleed red, white, and blue. It's the truth I hold. Through the fire and the rain, through the young and the old. stars in the sky.